Blast off!
All right. That's not bad. I have to say, that's not bad. Example number 3. Okay. It says, you work at a deli. You know, when I was a kid. Well, it says you did. My very first job that I received a check for, I got paid for, I was a roofer's assistant. So I was the person who carried the shingles up to the roof. And when I was a kid, now they have these conveyor belts, right? That hook onto a ladder, and they put the shingles on that, and the conveyor belt carries the shingles up the ladder to the roof, and then they just grab them off the top, so you don't have to carry them. And they weigh 80 pounds. Well, they come in 2 different sizes. They have 40-pound sacks and 80-pound sacks of shingles, and it was my job was to carry them. So I would throw them over my shoulder and carry the sacks of shingles to the roof. That was my first job, and I did that with my father, and I got paid for it. And it taught me that I never wanted to be a roofer. That was hard work, and it was hot, because I was doing it in the summer in Baton Rouge on a roof, and that's hot. The next job I worked at a place called Leslie's Pool Supply. Anybody heard of Leslie's Pool Supply? You've seen them around town. There was one in Baton Rouge too, and I was a stalker for, not a stalker, a stalker for Leslie's Pool Supply, and I would haul the big tubs of chlorine from the trucks into the building where people bought it. So that was my job. And then I worked at an audio store selling stereos and TVs and did I inventory it? Yeah, I had to take it all in, write it all down, you know. So, but that's not what you do. You work at a deli. And a customer asks for the following items: 1 1/4 pounds of roast turkey, okay. 2 3/8 pounds of potato salad. 1 1/3 pound of sliced Swiss cheese. Okay, sounds like a party. Your scale shows decimal amounts using only 2 decimal places. Find the decimal weight of each item. Here's what I want us to do. Luke, in the first one, 1 1/4 pound of turkey, okay? You keep the big number and put a decimal behind it. You take the fraction, and I know you guys know, what is the decimal for 1/4? What is it, Luke? 0.25. So I'm just going to put that in place of the 1/4. Okay? Now that was an easy one because we know that one. But Lily, now we're going to change this potato salad. Keep the big number. So just write 2 and a decimal point. Take your calculator, divide 3 by 8, and tell me what you get. But now that's not what's going to show up on the scale, because the scale only goes to 2 decimal places. So that means I'm going to put my gate around 2 of the decimal places, and I'm looking at the number outside the gate. It's knocking. Bennett, are we going to let it in?
Yes.
And what do we get on the scale now?
3,800. I mean, thousands.
2, not thousands, hundreds. You were right before. 2.38. 2 and 3,800. Okay, because it rounded. All right. Now the last one, again, Catherine, we're going to keep the big number. Okay. Do you know what the decimal representation for 1/3 is? Right. Okay. Not exactly. Coolest? 0.3 repeating, right? And you probably meant to say that, Catherine. Okay, there we go. But remember, the scale only shows, okay, look out, only shows 2 places. So Allison, I'm looking at this 3 right here. I don't care about those. It's knocking on the gate. Are we going to let it in, Allison? No, we're not. So what's our number? 1.33 pounds of sliced Swiss cheese. In my house, that's not enough. I love cheese, period. Any kind of cheese, I love it.
I like smoked Gouda.
I love smoked Gouda. I like all the pepper cheeses too. The habanero, the jalapeno cheeses. Oh, look, the time's going out. All right, good job, guys. You're ready for your homework.